Mary Cosby, why on earth does your son have fake Gucci bed sheets? That's how we're gonna start it off? Okay. Because them things screamed flea market. However, we head over to Jen and her accomplice Stuart, and they're working on her shoe collection. So Jen Shah's gonna be giving away some of her ill-gotten clothing to Goodwill. I guess you better get it in there before the government seizes your stuff to redistribute to the victims. She talking about the family needed to do an intervention with me because of my attitude. No, because of your thieving ways. So Jen helped her cousin's family move out of South Central, and now he's staying with her. But they about to get put out that house because they're going to need to use that money for lawyer fees. So where he gonna go? So you can't help nobody when your house is built on sand. So she called Heather and says, you know what, let's see if we could get together and patch things up. Since she's on her mea culpa tour. Now we got Brooks, the sixth housewife, calling Meredith from his friend's house. Then his pappy come in with the diamond mask on. They know this kid is gay. We know this kid is gay. I'm gonna start calling him Twink Marks. Oh my God, so now Brooks is upset that Jen is going after him on social media. This is why they say children need to be seen and not heard. So Meredith, you gonna use your sissy son as your plot line. I wish I had a fart to give. Oh, God! Brooke said she liked a tweet that said, I want you to slap him and call him a sissy bee. Nothing's worse than a bottom with a bone to pick. I haven't even talked to my family. You don't have to. We all know. We all know. Oh my goodness, so we gonna drag out Brooks coming out because he was supposed to have his coming out this season. And the thing is, Brooks is deflecting because when Jen Shah was kicking on that couch, she was saying, grinder, grinder, grinder. And I could see his fast ass being on the apps. And he don't want nobody leaking his bussy pics. That's what this is about. This is a smoke screen, all right. But y'all are the ones blowing it. Y'all are going to try to paint Brooks as this brave gay man coming out, please. I'd be more interested if your pappy came out. I mean, we got sissies like you by the dozen. You ain't adding nothing to the team.
Oh, it's very cruel that she keeps going after my family and my child. It's just cruel. Retweeting is just as bad as saying it yourself. And you know I am a calm person and I am trying to not engage. But you're pushing my buttons.
That was a good Meredith, right?
Completely nasal.
Oh, but now we got Mary, her ratty hair, and a cousin she can't stand. Now, this heifer said on national television last season she don't like her family. So why her family still messing with her? You know she ain't gonna leave you shit. So she trying to do a renovation since she ain't done nothing in that house for 18 years, but we're supposed to believe you're so rich. She said everything's stale. You're right. Stale and dirty. Like yourself. So as we're touring this incredibly cluttered house, I just can't stop looking at that dust ball on her head. Now, you said your wigs were horrible last year. Why can't you step it up? That looks fried and dried like Kim Fields' head. Remember when she was walking around with that blonde dust ball? Your stuff ain't even dyed to be that fried. She gonna say her son's in a teenager stage. He's 18, he's grown. He's ready to move on, and he's sick of you. Mary, you really gonna say, ooh, if you smell fish, run? You really said that. But you know all about fishy because your church reeks of it, honey. It smells like 2-week-old cod left out in the sun. You know about fishy. Fishy finances. However, now we got Lisa and the new heifer in the car. Oh, she's taking her to meet Jen Shah. So Lisa wants to sew some pants and then wear them to lunch? I'm with Jen. Y'all don't give me arts and crafts or DIY. The new heifer said she used to be a wedding singer. In the key of off? You couldn't carry a tune in a bucket. Lisa tells Jen that Meredith's still mad and Jen doesn't understand why. Well, it's because you're liking all those tweets about Brooks and his pussy. Okay, now Jen's saying Brookston said something negative about her puss. He ain't say nothing bad about it. He just said he saw it and he left. It scared him. No, I never put anything out about Brooks. Did I like and repost? Well, yeah, it was funny. It was nothing mean. It was just funny. Well, hon, you don't know funny. You don't know fiduciary responsibility, and you don't know how to stay felon free. Why am I always apologizing to everyone? Because you always doing something stupid. That's why you constantly apologizing. You always messing up. Across town, Heather and Whitney are going shopping. So after they pick up some ugly clothes, she tell her, Jen Shaw called because she wants to clear the air. Whitney said, I don't think you should mess with that heifer. She got you crying too much, and I don't feel like picking up more of your broken pieces. So we got the new heifer telling us that she used to have some medical clinics, but then she sold them all to spend more time with her family. That's cute. And the husband pestering her to have another baby, and the youngest daughter said, I don't want no more siblings. I got the market cornered on cute. The last thing I want to end up is forgettable. Because once you in that middle child range, don't nobody care about you. She said her husband wanted a big family. 3 kids is a big enough family. That's enough. Now we got Whitney telling her husband they need more of a work-home life balance because she don't want to resent him, and she wants some of that coot cock, and he ain't coughing it up. You gonna marry younger, you gonna have to fuck him. See, Mary just married her coot, had a one and done. She's like, let me go on and get this child so you can't just leave me with nothing. But you actually enjoy your coot. So you're gonna have to get him some oysters and Viagra if you want to get him going. She said, and the sex that we is having is very robotic, hurry up and get it out the way. She wants the passion back in her marriage. So now we've got Felon 1 and Felon 2 trying to get into this ice palace, and he keeps slipping and falling, much like he slipped and fell into those federal charges. So Heather says, look, I want to be friends, but you always saying nasty little stuff about me. So Jen tries to say, well, I'm hurt too. And she said, so you called me a racist, which you know is a lie just because you were hurt that I held your feet to the fire for your own actions at the reunion? Okay, heifer. And she says, well, you shouldn't believe everybody. You quote the stuff and there are screenshots. It's you, heifer. Ain't nobody getting in her ear. You're doing the same thing with Twink Marks. Now Jen says, with the screenshots, it wasn't me. So just no ownership, no accountability. The government gonna make sure you take some accountability though. They gonna get you. How do I think your children feel? How do I think Twink Marks feels? Well, you the one out here talking about other people and their children. They ain't talking about you. However, yeah, we remember you have 2 kids, but nobody talks about your kids. One, you got a grown son, so you only got 1 child. But nobody's talking about your kid. That's why nobody cares what your kid feels like, because ain't nobody talking about him. But I bet you your kid's feeling pretty crappy now because his mama's heading to the Who's Cow. Heather sees the okie doke and she's like, this heifer really trying to turn the tables when she needs to be asking for my forgiveness. Jen Shaw, you're a poor liar and a ratty fur. So Jen Shaw tries to get a fake cry going, and Heather just sitting here looking at her like, you really think I'ma buy this? Not even for a penny a pound. And her eyes are dry. So we know the cry is a lie. I don't belong in this group of friends. No, because you belong in prison. Prison? Jen gonna say, I'm coming from a place of love. Why is it so hard for everyone to believe? Because you talk about everybody. Because you attacking people's families. Because you were telling that Mark and Meredith were separated when it wasn't nobody's business. Because you called Heather a manatee. And she's a linebacker. So Heather feels like Jen is breaking up with her. Let her. Let her. Otherwise you could get it in die-die. Heather said, look. Either we gonna be real friends or we ain't. Maybe we don't need to be friends because I'm gonna believe people when they send me stuff with your name on it and I go on Twitter and see, oh, it's there. You can't lie anymore and say, I didn't say it when you said it. She'd throw a rock hide a hand heifer just like Tisha from Love and Merge, Huntsville. So Jen says, okay, I know I need to make some changes. And they gonna try to move forward. I don't know why Heather wants to keep getting bitten by the same snake. But okay, heifer, this is Bravo, where we beat a dead horse. Well, that was the shit.